Remember, kids, friendship is magic.
And magic is heresy.
Kids, friendship is magic.
And magic is heresy.
My goodness. Oh my goodness. My goodness. No. My goodness. No. Get.
Please help me. Do you want to help me? Oh, really? Oh, really? Kill me. Oh, really?
Well, hey! Welcome to the Three Addict Network. I am your very own Merry Mitch, and I'm here to read you some stories. Hope that all is going well for you today, and that this stream meets you in some high spirits. Yeah, I hope things are going pretty smooth for you today. For me, things have been going pretty well. I can't have cereal anymore, which kind of sucks. Sorry to start it off on such a bitter note, but I can't have cereal. Well, I can eat the cereal itself, but I can't do cereal with milk. Right? I was told, because good news, I finally got the whole hand situation figured out. You know, my hand has been red and swollen at the fingertips for a while now. And I finally got in to see the dermatologist yesterday, which was a godsend, honestly. I made it over there. They confirmed that it was actually paronychia, but not the acute kind, the chronic kind. So when they had treated me for acute paronychia, it wasn't taking care of all that needed to be taken care of, and thus the infection just kept on coming back. And so, you know, now my hand is at least on its way to being healed. It's still quite red and swollen and yucky, but yeah. But apparently, while on the medication for it, I can't drink milk, like even almond milk. I couldn't have milk before, but now even almond milk is forbidden to me. So, you know, that kind of sucks, but it got me back to eating my usual eggy breakfast. That was a delight this morning. Then I, you know, came on upstairs and worked on a little bit of a project that I put upon myself. That's going quite well. It involves Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'll leave it at that. To To give you an update on how I'm doing on the highlight reel, I am 3 minutes into the edit. So not as far along as I would have liked, but still doing pretty good with it. And I'm happy with what I've edited up so far. And in due time, that highlight reel number 4 will be coming to you. Hopefully by my deadline for myself is going to be Sunday. So hopefully we'll be getting that out to you on Sunday. Let's see, what else can I update you on? It's my buddy's birthday the other day, so I made him a little drawing of him from his time working with a couple of his friends to make a film. He ended up dressing up like a cowboy, and there's like an iconic picture from that I was like, yo, this would make a good drawing. I can actually show you if you guys are interested. But I'll wait to show you once we switch on over to the other screen. And hey Remy, what's up, Kingy? Pharaoh and yo, Sweetest Bean, anybody that's here, thanks for showing up. Hope you're ready for a delightful little tale to be read to you today. Hopefully it'll be a little less heady than yesterday's. I'm thinking we'll probably try to go for one that's a little more lighter, you know, less philosophical jargon, more funny characters. But genuinely, I was kind of grateful for that switch. You know, this past Sunday, it was nice to have a more serious tale amongst the silly ones. Alright, well, without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and swap on over to this view here. So we have the story that we read yesterday right here, The Tale of Ak and Humanity. It's posted up in the Discord if you do have an interest in it. It was quite the tale. Read you the little log line here to see if you're interested. Citizens are distraught to learn of the latest decree from their leaders. Each person is to be evaluated as to whether they deserve to live. Those found unnecessary for life will be asked to leave life within 24 hours. Panic is alleviated when citizens learn that Ak, a luminous person, will be in charge of the panels that are to evaluate citizens. Surely only the human rubbish would be eliminated, right? A pretty wild story. Again, Ak is put in charge of it as well, which is something else. Yeah, Kingy, I'm with you there. If there's no removing skin involved, I'm not about it. Refund immediately. Alright, let's see. Well, we could look into simply the newest of the stories. See if there's one in here that piques our interest. Aptitude. Alina has momentarily escaped her world and its imminent gravitational collapse by cheating her way into the selection process of the Board of Cosmogamy. By passing this stringent exam, she may finally learn the secrets of building a universe from first principles. But the competition is smarter and better prepared, and even Alina's cunning and mathematical talents may not be enough to uncover the answers she has been looking for. The appearance of the strange competitor reveals that Alina may not be the only candidate with hidden motives. Okay, seems like a bit of science fiction there. Oh, this one was edited by George R.R. Martin. Have I read this one before? In Alan Brennert's Skin Deep, we see for the first time the events of September 15th, 1946, from the viewpoint of someone living on the west coast of the United States. Trina Nelson is a pretty popular 16-year-old high school student whose idyllic life took a turn for the tragic because of the wild cards virus. Now, she wants nothing more than to live out her days in the shadowy anonymity of the Joker Town on the Santa Monica Pier. But life, it turns out, has still another wild card to deal Trina. This one seems pretty interesting, actually. Black Leg looks spooky. Now we paint worlds. Orna, a representative of a universe-wide trade union, undergoes a drastic change in perspective while investigating the disappearance of 3 planets and their inhabitants on a newly terraformed world. We read The Red Mother before. That was a good one. Oh, I like the art here. An easy job. Graf's official role is muscle for the Visigoth, but his personal mission is internally cataloging all of his experiences to relay to the other beings from his home planet when they cross paths. His professional life rarely crashes with his identity, but when he realizes his newest mission is to take down one of his kind, everything becomes a bit less simple. That does seem cool. It was actually published on my birthday. Whew, how about that? Yeah. Give us more Game of Thrones. For real, though. We have Ripple Effects. Apparently Wild Cards is a series on here. Wait a second. The Lay of Lilyfinger. An acclaimed musician and her apprentice traveled to the newly freed country of Skinere to play a complex of culturally fraught song that will lay bare the wounds of empire, occupation, and sacrifice of its players and listeners. Masquerade season. Polly is a good son. When he brings home 3 beautiful masquerades, he's expecting that his mother will be proud of him. But when his mother begins asking favors of his masquerades, he realizes that being a good son sometimes means disobeying. That's actually caught my attention as well. Hashtag Springlove. Hashtag Pikal Pairi. A series of interviews between a young, clean-cut journalist and an alternative, independent Pikal Pairi turns into an unexpected romance. But their relationship is tested when the entire world around them shuts down. Ooh. This seems kind of appropriate. Shards. Did Richard Cadre produce anything else? Just a couple other articles. Alright. Ooh. The classic group of 5 friends rents a cabin in the woods. Wait a second. Oh, only 4 are alive. Gotcha. I thought it said, because I glanced over it, I thought it said that 4 were dead, meaning there was only 1 alive, and so when it said survivors there, I was like, wait a second. Wouldn't that mean survive war? Let all the children boogie. As the Cold War stalls and the threat of nuclear warfare dominates the news, small-town misfits Lori and Fel bond. A bond over a shared love of music and the mystery of the erratic radio messages that hint at the existence of a future worth reaching out for. on safari in Rillier, and Carcosa with gun and camera. An academic's whimsical decision to take a DNA test leads her into uncharted territory, where she discovers some extraordinary truths about herself and the new possibilities for her future. Oh, there's a lot of these. Tea time, we come as gods. Here sits his ignominy. The friendship bench. Frontline. Conjures rights. What are all these? So this was the first one, right? Sella Thief. In honor of Black Speculative Fiction Month, 8 SFF authors share stories that honor forebears and memories of the past. All right. The other thing I was thinking is that we could also finally check out that one with the paintings. I think it was in Young Adult, right? Yeah, do not touch. Yeah, you know what? I've been meaning to check out this story for ages. We're gonna read this one today, okay? It's about time. Let's not get pulled into a different one when we got one already on the docket. All right, well, let's see. It's time to pause the jams, guys, and put on museum ambiance. Let's see. The museum is lousy with school groups, so we'll need some kind of ambiance that is... I mean, they don't have a museum ambiance, do they? Nah. Didn't think so. Alright, what we got? Grand Theater? Mayhaps? Oh my gosh. I didn't think it would be so discordant. Like, I mean, do you hear that? Whoever's practicing... Like, there's like 40 people practicing at once. It's a little bit rough. What about just an inn? Nah, museums don't have don't have bards, I don't think. It's not that I'm aware of. What about this one? I think this one also has music. No. This is just kind of some nice ambiance. You know? Yeah, discordant. Pretty solid word. I like to think of myself as a bit of a bookworm. Bit of a knowledgeable fella when it comes to them their words. Alright. I'm gonna scroll a little bit longer, see if there's anything else that might fit better. But I think this one will do for the start of it. We'll just have to imagine that it's raining outside of the museum. How's this one? Nope, too creepy. No, thank you. We do not want the creepy track. Unless this story is a scary one, but I don't know. I don't think going into paintings is too terrifying. If Super Mario 64 is you know, is the reference we're looking at. Or freaking Looney Tunes Back in Action. Anybody seen that one? When they're in the Louvre, jumping in and out of the famous paintings, being chased by the Elmer Fudd. I'm still looking a little bit. What about this one? Actually, yeah. Okay. We'll go with this one for now. Super Mario 64 in real life. Spaghetti! Super Mario 64 in real life. You guys know the meme I'm talking about. Don't pretend you don't. Don't remember that one, but I remember Page Master, where the dragon painting drips onto the floor and chases the kid around the library. I don't remember that one. Page Master. I don't think I ever saw that one. If you haven't seen Looney Tunes Back in Action, do yourself a favor, go check it out. It is unabashedly a fun romp. I'd suggest watching it with a friend or two, because I think that's the way it's best experienced. But even if you just got some time to waste or something, go check out Looney Tunes Back in Action. It was a staple. It was one of the staple movies from my childhood that I would continuously rewatch. It was that, Pink Panther, Emperor's New Groove, School of Rock, and I believe those were the main ones. All right. Well, well, well. Everybody ready for the story? Then, sit back, relax, and get ready for this midday story. I'm Mary Mitch, and this is Do Not Touch by Prudence Shen. "99 out of 100 missing kid alarms are meant for Boris, whose poet's soul wearies with the stresses of running museum security. He carries a walkie, a fistful of terrifying keys and pass cards, a belt-holstered taser, handcuffs, and most importantly, a pocket pack of tissues for the inevitable crying teaching assistant or volunteer field trip aide, or parent when the hysterics set in. The museum quietly shuts all its doors, as the local police do a perimeter check, and usually in the next 15 to 20 minutes, someone rustles the little shit out of a stairwell or from a hiding place somewhere behind a section marked closed for installation. The one other missing kid is a whole different story. The other missing kid is Lane's problem. Feels like this ambiance might be a little too intense for the start of this one. I think this one might do. Still a little intense. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Not that one, that's for sure. Alright, well, we'll go for the Rainy Village, after all. Not this one. Alright, we're gonna go no ambiance. Screw it. I'm sorry, guys. I can't land on an ambiance that I'm satisfied with, so we'll go ahead and forego that. Alright. Let's try this one more time. I'm Mary Mitch, and this is Do Not Touch by Prudence Shen. "99 out of 100 missing kid alarms are meant for Boris, whose poet's soul wearies with the stresses of running museum security. He carries a walkie, a fistful of terrifying keys and pass cards, a belt-holstered taser, handcuffs, and, most important, a pocket pack of tissues for the inevitable crying teaching assistant or volunteer field trip aide, or parent when the hysterics set in. The museum quietly shuts all its doors, has the local police do a perimeter check, and usually, in the next 15 to 20 minutes, someone rustles the little shit out of a stairwell or from a hiding place somewhere behind a section marked closed for installation. The one other missing kid is a whole different story. The other missing kid is Lane's problem. It's a Thursday in September, and the museum is lousy with school groups. Even if nobody gets lost and nothing gets shoplifted out of the museum store, there's still the emotional stability of the docents and tour guides to consider. Autumn weekdays are relentless battles in the worksheet gore of the impressionist galleries Lane knows. They've already had 2 spills, one kid groping a statue, Catholic schools, Lane and Boris agreed. Oh, Catholic schools. Lane and Boris agreed in disgust. and a pair of teenagers necking in a restricted area, heaving with Spanish early medieval panels. Lane thinks that if you can be surrounded by that much creepy dead Jesus and still want to lead off of second base with a date, you've probably earned your petting. But museum administration disagrees. It's barely 1 p.m., an hour ripe with possibilities of disaster, catalyzed by the post-lunch / post-recess platoons of elementary-age kids. The TV in the employee break room is, either through science or magic, permanently locked on to PBS, and so Boris and Lane are parked around it, watching the second season of Downton Abbey for the millionth time. Pardon me. Watching the second season of Downton Abbey for the millionth time when the alarms go off. Have fun with that, Lane says to Boris, not looking away from the mesmerizing perfection of Dowager Countess McGonagall. Dowager Countess McGonagall. Mesmerizing perfection. Distributing shade to all and sundry. Sorry to break it to you, Lane, comes a voice from the doorway. But this is one of yours. Boris punches a fist into the air, victorious, and says something foul in Russian, barely glancing away from the television screen. Lane, on the other hand, gets to swivel around with resigned unhappiness to face Eugene Dixon's wincing expression of apology. Eugene is 5'2", on a tall day, usually dressed in a two sizes too large cardigan, and she's responsible for Lane's least favorite gallery in the museum. Please tell me it's not that stupid painting again, Lane pleads. She flushes, and sounding extremely remorseful says, I've already asked for them to move it out of the reach of the patrons 5 times. And yet here we are. Lane sighs, heaving himself out of his chair. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go find some antique francs. When Lane accidentally graduated from Tulane with a degree in art history after a decade of military school and a lifetime's practical education with Southern good manners, he'd considered himself professionally F-U-B-A-R-E-D. Fubard? 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 I'm not sure what that is. And then he'd gone to the museum to sulk and watch a kid fall into a dolly, slipping elbows over toes and casting a shadow over the "Do Not Touch" sign mounted along the bottom of the gilded frame. The guards are shouting out the last of the afternoon rush, whining kids and annoyed blue-haired ladies and hipsters pouring out of the doorway in mass, clutching backpacks and sketchpads. There's a huddle of tourists at one of the already closed gates asking, Why is the exhibit closing? There wasn't a sign? Do you know they paid $15 to get into this museum? The Impressionists are a very important part of their 20-minute speed walk of the joint, which usually starts at the mummies, goes straight down for Van Gogh's, then involves being lost in a contemporary wing, looking for a bathroom, and buying $40 worth of useless art print notebooks in the gift shop. Gary, who's been a docent in the Impressionist galleries for roughly 1,000 years, lasers in with the death glare the minute Lane and Eugene step out of the service stairway. You know where this crap never happens? Gary says to them, poking at a couple of middle schoolers with a cane until they toddle off with their school group. English painters? English painters? Eugene and Lane recite together. English painters never has crap like this. Gary rants, waving his cane in the air, now a couple of rubbernecking visitors. At a couple of rubbernecking visitors. There's a whiteboard in the security break room that currently reads, 26 days since someone threatened to sue us because of Gary. Lane suspects that number's going back down to 0 soon. What the hell is wrong with you? Eugene ducks under the security gate, halfway down the wall already, calling over her shoulder. Looks clear. You should just leave the little bastard in there, Gary suggests. You've got a heart of gold, you know that, Gary? Lane tells him, and follows Eugene in before Gary can throw his cane. The security gate shuts behind Lane with a resolute click of tumblers and locks falling into place. The voices outside the gallery begin to fade as security guards block off the next 2 rooms with velvet ropes, closing off all lines of sight. Oh snap, Emerald, is that actually what that means? Huh. Goodness. I mean, yeah, that would make sense. After going through all that, right? You hear what he said? It was like, he got like an art major and worked somewhere awful for a time. Anyways, yeah. He would end up thoroughly foobarred, I would say. Going to Tulane? What is that? All right. Ahead of him, Eugene is taking a left and heading for the far wall, against which is a door-looking gold frame with a cobalt mat. George's Surats Lecre, Les Cirque, Cirque, Les Cirque, Les Cirque. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. If you know how it's pronounced, please let me know. George's Surats, Les Cirque, trapped inside, eternally unfinished in its sodium yellow and lapis lazuli mosaic of paint daubs. Paint daubs? Is that daubs or dabs? I'm gonna look that up.
Daub.
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 Daub. All right. Daub it is. All right, and lapis lazuli mosaic of paint daubs. At close range, the painting is like a dot matrix of color. Individual reds and blues and yellows perched side by side, giving the illusion of blending from a distance. In racking light, the surface is rough, uneven, and Lane can understand the reflexive curiosity. How some kid with a good eye and bad impulse control might reach out and try to run the pads of his fingers against the canvas, to know for sure. Daub. That kid is Alex Edison, 12, on a school trip with North Garland Academy. The teacher, in fits and already bundled off by museum administrators for tea and damage control, said Edison is 4'0", asks too many questions, and would be dressed in a pair of wrinkled khaki pants and a dark green blazer of all the school's students. Thankfully, Lane's people skills are considered substandard, so he'd only be forced to endure the poor woman's frantic sobs that Edison was obsessed with Moulin Rouge and Toulouse-Lautrec. And how could this even happen? Did that painting eat him? For a few minutes before he'd bailed, they'd confiscated a cell phone off of one of Edison's classmates for a photo reference. The kid is skinny, the way all little boys are, with wildly curling blonde hair and startled brown eyes. You know the worst part when it's this painting? Lane complains, reaching into his supply bag for the envelope of francs. He'd been forced to more or less thieve them from the archivists, who have begun hiding when they hear his voice in their offices. Eugene extends her arm to take his hand. How you don't speak French? How I don't speak any French, Lane mutters, and presses the fingers of his free hand through the surface of the image, over the white mane of the galloping pony. It's never less of a shock to stumble out of the basilica quiet of the museum, into a field, a snowscape, the edge of a crashing sea, a crowd heaving at a circus in 1890s France. Lane hits the sawdust and dirt ground with a thud, landing heavy on the shoulder, because there's no graceful way to tip over from the edge of the frame into a stereoscopic image of an artist's state of mind. Eugene doesn't do much better, flopping down with her fingers still tight in Lane's, her skirt going halfway up over her head in the too-hot crush of the circus. Night pressing into the opened flap of the tent and up against the cluster of people standing at the break in the bleachers. Every time, Eugene swears. Oh, sorry, I thought that was Lane. Every time, Eugene swears, letting go of Lane's hand to bat the fabric down over her neon blue panties, the lace edge stunning against the milk white of her thighs. Excuse me? Excuse me? Tell me that didn't come out of nowhere. Goodness. Okay. Also, is it Eugenie? I guess. Or Eugene. I don't know. Not that Lane is looking. Nope. Not looking at all, because he is busy turning red and reaching blindly out into the undifferentiated space behind them until he finds a hard ledge. Sure, Lane. Sure. We believe you. We believe you 100% and without any doubt in our minds, Lane. I've got my eyes on you, Lane. You keep your mind out of the gutter and inside paintings. Kingy. Oh, oof. Alright, let's see. It is invisible, but real to the touch, and Lane slaps on a piece of neon reflective tape, which hangs suspended in midair. It isn't a perfect solution, but with any luck, it will still be there when they wander back over. The first time he'd gone through one of these to fetch a kid, he hadn't bothered to mark the exit. It was a sunny afternoon Parisian street scene by a middling artist, and the passerby through lane was an incredibly shitty mime for half an hour before he felt his way around the air to the frame again. Wait, what? Hang on. Sorry. It was a sunny afternoon Parisian street scene by a middling artist, and the passerby thought Lane was an incredibly shitty mime for half an hour before he felt his way around the air to the frame again. The little monster from Rock Creek Elementary making snotty comments about Lane's short-term memory the entire time. Sweetest bean. I'll admit, I was a little flustered. I just didn't expect that from this story, frankly. Came out of left field. But regardless, you know what, media's gotta throw in a little something to keep the people interested. You've seen the YouTube thumbnails, come on. Okay. Oh, sorry. That one got me. Does anybody else ever do that? I'll occasionally say something that just utterly tickles myself. It's always best when it's unexpected. Alright. It's dark enough that the sartorial changes that map the chasm between 1891 and 2012 aren't too noticeable, as long as the locals don't spend too long looking at the length of Eugene's skirt. Sadly, that also means finding the kid is going to be a pain and a half. Ready to go? He asks. Eugene nods and takes his hand again because it is a standard policy he'd instituted, not to get lost on the inside, and for no other reason at all. Eugene takes his hand again because it is a standard policy, and it is a standard policy he'd instituted, not to get lost on the inside, and for no other reason at all. This cheeky bastard. Lane. I mean, granted, I think that's a clever move. That one, I got no qualms with. He just wants to hold her hand. But he doesn't have to be all cheeky about it. Come on. Yeah, she says. Let's go. Weird stuff gets recorded in the paint. Lars, who'd handled this crap before, he'd scammed Lane into taking the job, said nobody knew why or what caused some paintings to go from innocuous to eating little kids who didn't know how to follow museum directions. Sometimes buried in the provenance of the pieces, there's a footnote that warns of a history of shenanigans. But just as often, paintings develop the nasty habit spontaneously. In 2010, a lady had gotten too close to Hieronymus Bosch, Hieronymus Bosch's The Garden of Earthly Delights in the Prado. Until then unknown for this sort of behavior, and fell inside. It had taken museum security staff half an hour to draw short straws to see who'd have to go into the damn thing to fetch her. And rumor has it, the poor woman still has a nervous breakdown every time she sees a crow. There's a reason you're not allowed to take pictures in that gallery. And there's always a guard standing watch. If you're going to get sucked into a painting, the surrealist and the weird medieval stuff are the worst. Phlegm? What? He paints with phlegm? Oh, the Dutch language as spoken in Flanders. So Flemish is relating to Flanders, its people or their language. Huh?
Flemish.
Flemish. I like that. You know, we learn words here, guys. We learn words. Did I pronounce it right, though, Emerald? Do you know? Because honestly, I don't know if I did. Regardless, if you do know, please tell me. Yeah, can you imagine getting sucked into a surrealist painting? Bro. Depends on which one, too. Like, is it one of those surrealist paintings that's just got, like, wild, like, body horror type imagery all over the place? I would cry. I would just cry. Would most likely be traumatized. But just like paint retains Dali's melting clocks and, just like the paint retains Dali's melting clocks and bleak red cliff landscapes, or the frenetic mix of batshittery that is Bosch's three-panel opus, it also keeps feelings, a pervasive mood. Nothing is so beautiful and depressing as tumbling into a Van Gogh, because the colors are searing and the sun is ambrosial, and everything around you is convinced of its abject failure. Every painting is a desperate bid for relevance, and the bitter knowledge of likely disappointment. Lane does a lot of emotional eating after Van Gogh's. Seurat was an intellectual painter, copying paragraphs out of color theory books and studying the best way to achieve harmony in paint. Plus, he ate it at 31. So a lot of the worst middle-aged ennui hadn't settled in yet. What? What is ennui? Oh, what? What is ennui?
Ennui.
Ennui. A feeling of listlessness and dissatisfaction arising from a lack of occupation or excitement. Gosh, such a fun word
Ennui.
for something so depressing.
Ennui.
Ennui. Ennui. Does that mean anytime I get, I play the hit Nintendo console Wii, I'm getting ennui? No, never mind. That was a stretch. It's a solid Scrabble word. Yeah, genuinely. Ennui. I like the word. Depressing definition. So a lot of the worst middle-aged ennui hadn't settled in yet. Everything in a Seurat painting is very orderly, arranged in tiers, and when something bisects that arrangement, or moves in a diagonal along the plane, then he's meant for it to draw your eye. Every brush stroke and dot of color as precise as a pixel. He believed colors and shapes could be used to evoke perfect harmony in a painting, and stepping into one usually feels serene, balanced. Except Le Cirque is except Le Cirque is unfinished, and it's basically plagiarized from a poster, so everything in the painting is a little shifty and uncertain. There's an orchestra perched high over the risers, which are peopled by women in long dresses and marvelous hats, wide-eyed little girls tucked in close to their fathers, men in dour three-piece suits, mustaches neatly waxed. They're all staring into the center of the ring, watching a Lissom girl? Lissom girl? Lissom girl? What is Lissom? Bro, there's so many words in this one.
Listen.
Listen. Listen. Thin, supple, and graceful. Lissom. A lissom girl. Well, snap. Alright. Watching a lissom girl with gold tights balance on the back of a white pony, galloping full speed. Her hair streaming out like auburn ribbons behind her, the music lilting over the crowd's delighted sighs as she does a backflip from one foot to the other, the horse not missing a beat in its run. That sounds amazing! I want to go see that show. Frick! Heck, that's something I'd like to learn. Can I learn how to do a backflip on the back of a horse? I can do one on the ground, but from one foot to another? Yo, that's a challenge. And trailing after the horse and dancing around the edges of the crowd are tumblers and jugglers and clowns with jester hats, their smiles painted madly all over their faces. In the center of it all, brandishing a long, gray snake of a whip, the ringmaster is saying something in grave, thrilling French, making his captive audience gasp. There's a ribbon flying, dull peach over the flurry of colors and performers and horses below. It's all stunning, really. Very nice. Exceptional balance. Visually entertaining. Blah, 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 blah. Except this is like the 6th time that Lane's been forced to visit this particular Paris night and smell these particular animal and people smells. The only painting he hates more than Le Cirque at this point is an upsetting loony one down with the rest of the contemporary art, which gives him awful flashbacks to going one toke over the line in college and wanting desperately not to be high anymore. Oh, been there, brother. I went to an art school. Oh, man. Getting to hold Eugene's hand as she, again, just not expecting this kind of, these kind of lines from this story. But I had a feeling this would be a good one. Supple, the moistest word that isn't moist. Emerald, please. Supple. Supple. Is it made better by a moment of silence afterwards? Supple. All right. Getting to hold Eugene's hand as she pushes her way through the crowd, declaring, "Pardon! Pardon!" is the only bright spot of this entire exercise. So Lane tries to enjoy it as well as he can, throwing elbows into people left and right, and keeping his eyes peeled for bright blonde curls and an out-of-place school uniform. They shove past everybody in the cheap seats, and they've been through this routine so many times, Lane already knows what faces he's going to get from which disapproving matrons. and how many of the antique coins he needs to count out to get them into the risers, which creak under their feet. The girl on the horse has slipped down to ride side saddle now, and in a moment she'll seize the pony's mane to slide around its belly, to lean out, arms and legs extended gracefully, and everyone will shout in delight again. I don't know what that word is. It got censored. Something hour with Mary Mitch. Call it a Mary Hour? I almost said Mary Owl. That's that fella over there. Over there. I see you, Owl. I guess you could call it happy hour with Mary Mitch. But no drinking. It's too early for that, yo. I will have no intoxication on my stream. Starts with an E. Epic? Epic hour with Mary Mitch. There we go. Oh no! Emerald. I genuinely didn't. It didn't click with me. My mind went to Epic first. But I appreciate the clarification. I do. The sexy hour with the Mary Mitch. The hot hour. It's true, Kingy. I only mean for myself. I can only encourage it for others. Alright, let's see. Do you see him? Lane shouts over the cacophony of French he doesn't understand, and music that sounds atonal in the din. They're getting a few weird glances from the patrons, but hell, it's the circus. People in strange costumes speaking in tongues probably barely register next to the tattooed man and the bearded lady. Eugene looks over her shoulder, which means the circus lights limn her face in a way that makes Lane's knees go a bit weak, as she says, "No, maybe he's hiding under the risers." Bro, Lane is down bad. Lane is down bad. Oh my gosh. Lane. Brother. I mean, and listen, I'm saying this like not to demean Lane, because genuinely, all power to him. I'm just simply stating it as as a fact. He can admire Eugene as much as he wants. My God, the way it was described though. Which means the circus lights limb. What is limb actually? What is that? Tell me, oh Google. What is the definition of limb?
Limb.
Depict or describe in painting or words. Suffuse or highlight something with a bright color or light. Gosh. These words are evocative. Yes. Hopefully I'll remember them. These are the type of words that I like to try to remember and then use in in everyday conversation and confuse the hell out of whoever I'm talking to. Genuinely. Give it a try sometime. It's kind of fun. I do worry though that it makes me sound like a smart aleck sometimes. But hey, that's who it's who I am. And it's an opportunity to teach somebody a new word, you know? I'll be full. What is that? I'll be someone from Flanders? What do you mean? Are these all like Flemish words? Goodness. Look at me calling myself a smart aleck. I don't actually know all that much. Believe it or not. I am probably just above monkey in intellectualism. Okay, let's see. Lane sincerely hopes the kid, Edison, isn't, because God knows what's under the risers. It's Paris at the turn of the century, and there's already a high concentration of shady folks in open attendance. The people who've resorted to hiding under the bleachers have to be real gems. All right, Lane says, grim. Let's check under the risers. Down there, they find some loose change, a ton of garbage, a heavy smell of pee, a few semi-crazy drifters, a trio of prostitutes, but probably for the best, no Edison. So, after Lane digs the money out of the dirt to take home to the archivists waiting desperately in reality, he and Eugene beat it out of there to regroup somewhere that doesn't smell like a urinal. So he's not anywhere around the ring. Eugene says, frowning. The pony and its rider have been swapped out for some complicated interpretive clown performance, which is even worse to watch than it sounds. One of them is miming heaving with tears. It's very European. So everyone's just watching this clown on the stage just going I can't even imagine, bro. I feel like that would be uncomfortable. Would it not? I don't know. Might just depend on one's disposition. Because if reminded that it is an act, it could be funny. Alright, let's see. I hate this kid, Lane says, more to himself than anything. Next to him, a woman in an enormous hat narrows her eyes at him suspiciously. They've never started a riot in one of these paintings before, but Lane isn't ruling out the possibility. Because the problem that now faces him is that they've run out of places and corners to check in the circus tent. Lane's covered in dirt and sawdust. He smells like carny. Eugene's nails have left half-moon marks on the back of his hands, as they've scoured the place once, twice, 3 times, and then stopped by the corner with the snow ponies. Again, just in case the little monster is hiding in there. It leaves them with a single, uncomfortable possibility. Lane peers out beyond the risers, and past the phalanx of gentlemen in evening wear and long tails, past the acrobats that have arranged themselves like a human ark now, soaring over the ringmaster, past everything in the back door of past everything is the back door of the tent, flapping in a brisk evening wind. Ominous. Bum, bum, ba. He's been to Paris, circa 2009, with its smart cars and ancient cobbles, Saint Chapelle tucked away inside the Palais de Justice, the Shakespeare and Company bookstore along the Seine, and the sigh-inducing view of Notre Dame from behind. But that's Paris with modern policing, hygiene, and smartphone translation programs for emergency bathroom requests. The world out there is an age away, recorded into the tiny silvers of the painting from a time when people got into brawls about divisionism and color theory in the streets. Yo, they fighting over color theory? Hey, listen. This painting here, that color there, it's salmon, not pink, bro. Oh yeah, bro? Nah, I seen pink before, and that's not pink. That's salmon. It's pink. Salmon. Pink. Salmon. Input the little cloud of like cartoon brawl right here. That'd be a pretty sick fight. I imagine like the WWE. You know how they weave stories and such throughout their matches in a season? There's just one about two French guys just that can't agree on color theory. All right, let's see. More than that, Lane doesn't know what happens once they leave the scope of the painting. Does the world out there actually exist? Can they come back if they leave the tent? Will there be a solid group to step on? Oh, not group. Will there be a solid ground to step on, even, once they leave the perimeter of Le Cirque's range of vision? Lane scaled walls and traveled huge landscapes, but always carefully, with the knowledge that the frame eats into the painting at the far left. That past and demarcation there may not be monsters, but there may not be anything at all. That past the demarcation there, with the knowledge that the frame eats into the painting at the far left, that past the demarcation there may not be monsters, but there may not be anything at all. So, Eugene says as they stand there, looking out into the vast unknowable. Yo, vast unknowable. That's kind of cool. Looking out into the vast unknowable. Mr. Krabs. Seriously, I hate this kid. I hate this kid, Lane swears. He better not have gone outside the tent. I haven't even gone outside the tent. Who knows what exists outside the tent? There's nothing left inside the tent to check. Eugene sighs, glancing over her shoulder back toward the risers, toward the sea of onlookers, still spellbound by the performance. What kind of punk falls through a painting, which is an extremely traumatic experience, and decides to go explore? Lane goes on. Because really, who does that? Eugene looks pensive and toes the line of the circus tent's sawdust floor, the tips of her gray Chuck Taylors lining up along the dirt and wood shavings, carefully kept away from the grass and mud beyond. I think we have to give it a shot, she decides. Lane's quiet for a long time. I don't know what happens if we go out there, he admits. Eugene slants him a look. You've never been? In some pictures. But every painting's different. Lane murmurs. It looks like a city, with streets and buildings and people ambulating here and there, the earth solid beneath their feet. But it's also a memory, a momentary shock of feelings that coalesced into something solid in the paint. Some of them, you can see into the horizon. Some, I bet you could go forever. It goes on. This one, I don't know. Eugene's fingers tighten around his, and Lane hazards a glance down to her face, lovely and soft in the lights of the circus. You don't have to go, Lane starts, because the cultural DNA of him demands a chivalric gesture, even though he doesn't want to let go of her hand. She raises an eyebrow at him. How many words in French do you know? Lane knows 4 entire phrases in French. Thank you very much. Two address the most immediate bodily functions. One is a request for cheese. And the third is either about tumors or pricing a hooker. Of course, the cheese one is the most important. His romance language of choice during college had been Italian, mostly because he'd been grievously misled by some quote involving wooing women in Italian and talking to horses in German during his youth. What? By some quote involving wooing women in Italian and talking to horses? Is that an actual quote out there? Is that an actual quote out there? What? Anyways, he squares his shoulders. I know enough. He lies, and nods back toward the circus ring, to the huddle of people beyond, and the tape that marks the exit in the distance. You should go back. Tell them I'll be a little longer. That's adorable, Eugene retorts. You'd be dead in an hour. I would hold out for 2 hours at least. Lane protests, but feels compelled to say, you could get stuck here if we go through. So could you, she argues. And then the whole discussion gets shifted into the realm of the academic, because there's the roar of a lion, and the crowd gathered behind them rears back, enough to send them both pitching forward into the night. Lane hears Eugene say, balls, before they hit the dirt, getting a face full of matted grass in the sudden coolness of evening outside of the crushing heat of the crowd. Eugene! She just goes, balls! Or your ear. She just goes, balls! Oh, don't worry guys, I'm fine. Dude, I was able to see the replay of that because I have the stream open. That looked better than I thought it would. Good stuff. Mitch dies. Oh, you know, Emerald. I gotta full send it. Alright, now back to the story. The first thing they test is whether they can get back into the tent. The answer is yes, but the circus employees are going to make us pay for tickets again. The next question is, are they technically out of the range of the painting yet? Is there a range of the painting? And after a while of taking 3 steps forward and 4 steps back, literally, they look at each other beneath the rapidly darkening sky with the uncomfortable, shared recognition that everything else aside, there might be a scared little kid waiting to be found. And adult cowardice really has to take a back seat. The question becomes, where the hell is he? Eugene says. The Paris outside the tent looks as seamless and sprawling as the real thing. Its medieval cathedral spires reaching heavenward, and bridges arcing over the sign. That means there are 20 arrondissements to search. And within the Latin quarter of Mire, a mire of narrow streets, 100 little churches with open doors and hiding places, Sacré-Cœur looming over. Oh shit! Lane realizes. Oh, whoops. Oh shit! Lane realizes. I know where he is. I know where he is. Oh shit! I know where he is. Alright, hang on. I'm gonna look up arrondissements. See what this even is. A subdivision of a French department for local government administration. An administrative district of certain large French cities. In particular, Paris. Nice. So it's a government building in Paris. Alright, so we are almost to the halfway point of this story. I needed to stop on a number of occasions due to the unexpected what do we call it? The unexpected scandalousness of some of the lines. And of course, taking the break to say balls and then die. It's a very important thing. I recommend it to any streamer out there. I'm just kidding. Oh gosh, I just realized that means I was telling everyone to say balls and die. Know that this is a joke. I don't want people to die. Gosh. What an insult, though. Oh my gosh. Would you look someone in the eyes and just tell them, say balls and die? Something about, like, the first part. You know, people tell others to go die. That's a thing. It's not okay. It's not cool. But adding say balls at the start. I'm sorry, it tickles me. Maybe that's bad, but it's that's funny. All right, and with that, we are gonna leave this story here. I'm gonna make a little bookmark as to where we are in the tale, and we'll return to finish the story come Thursday. And to finish out this stream, I desperately want to get back into some Demon Turf, so I hope you'll join me in checking out one of the best platformers to grace this earth since Mario 64. So I'm going to swoop on over here for a second. Give me a moment to load up the game. And then we'll hop into it. Alright, Booyakasha. Got it loading now. Hey, hey. Oh, wait. I need this one. Sorry. There we go. Ho! Abraz. Flemish. Oh, there are custom levels? Yo, I gotta check out the community for this game. See how all that is. After I finish it, of course. It's time for a whooping. No! I don't want to be beaten. Or you can try. But you better believe I'll fight back. Hey!
Yo, Beebs!
Yo, Beebs!
Look annoyed.
What's up?
Yeah, I am. That turd of a demon king.
Well, what?
I don't know.
I went
Good
what?
thing I figured out exactly whose butt to kick first.
Indeed.
You'll see the Demon King's castle gate in front of you. But alas, to power it on, and the Apaka Desert Gang has a bunch of them. So turn left and enter that portal, and you'll be...
All right, let's wreck the Apaka Desert gang.
Alright, time to wreck the Apaka Desert Gang, guys. La la la. I gotta remember all the things. Oh. Well, I forgot that the spin is on the left trigger. There we go. Okay, can't go in there. Can't go in there. What's down there? Hang on. Don't want to get too sidetracked. Photography hut. Okay. Super Mega Demon Soccer Golf Deluxe? Not open yet? Okay. I'm looking forward to that, huh?
Oh, hey. You
Oh.
look a little grouchy this morning.
Hey, Luce. The demon king taunted me in my dreams last night.
He did? What did the boss say? What did he say?
What does it matter? It was just a dream anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, yes. Of course it was just a dream and not actually him.
Yeah. Wait, you think like a demon king could go into someone's nightmare? That's ridiculous.
Well, good luck on your little adventure then, Beebsy.
It's not just a little adventure.
Oh, thank you.
I'm actually gonna do it. Count on it.
Believe it! Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Okay. Which turf are you going to conquer first, mighty warrior? This one! Wait, can I destroy this? Nah, I can't. Okay. Into the level we go. Oh, there's new stuff in levels whenever you return to them? That's sick. It's a big boy. That is a big person.
All right, here we are.
How did you get here, Midgey?
Jeez, it's dusty.
Whoa, bro.
All right, back to business, Beebs. Looks like we need to steal this battery first. Huh?
Okay.
Which should then unlock this bridge to the other zones in the Apaka Desert.
Ooh,
Easy
okay.
enough.
Metroidvania. Unlocking new areas. Nah, I can make that. Here we go. No! Good, it did just send me here. Alright, so in here first, yeah? Baby Canyon, baby. Baby Canyon, baby. Canyon, baby. Oh, dude, let's go. No, what's with the little pig goobers?
Let's do this.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. There's something down here.
Come on.
What? I thought that was a place you could go. Oh, I see. No, that's just a way to get back up. If you somehow fall. I was thinking there might be some kind of secret down there. But I was definitely wrong. Wait a second. Wait. So you can't wall slide out of a double jump, which kind of sucks. I'm hoping that might change after a time. Oh no! No! Crud. Alright. We're back at it. It's good to be confident with jumps and such in games like these, but gotta pay close attention to the shadow.
Yummy.
Was that like battery cake? Whoa! Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be an enemy. You better not be thinking about stealing our sweets, you hear? The boss is real fond of them. Almost likes them as much as our gems. Is that right? Better use my magic arrow to find them all. Oh yeah! Give me the sweets. Double jumping. What? You can double jump? No, I'm just kidding. This is great tip. Thank you. Oh wait, I missed that back there. Seems like it loops back around though. Hey, got it. Whoa! Stay back. Dude. That is, honestly, that's some genuinely fun combat. What is happening? Okay, it was just showing me what it unlocked. Good stuff. I thought something else was appearing. Another enemy. Yeah. The super jump. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, easy. Cactus? Can I stand on cactus? Can I stand on the leaves? Is that worth it?
Let me put this right here.
And I can add a checkpoint first. Yeah! Alright. You can hang out on these. What is... Oh, no! No! You see that little guy? He just fell into the depths below. Oh, poor fella. Oh, these dudes again. Whoa! Get me back up. Yeah, got him. Can I hit this trash can? Nah, come on. Let me knock over the trash can. Get out of here, piggy. What is this? Cleverly combined moves. Oh yeah, that's nice. Jump and flutter spin. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Wow. Oh, nice, and here's the battery. Oh, but I missed the slides and jump. Guys, do I go back for the slides or do I just take the battery? That's a juicy looking battery. Alright, I'm taking it. Oh, so if you can get through it in 1 minute and 20 seconds, you get the... Oh, guys. Let's try it, yeah? See how quick we can get through it. I'm speed running it, peeps. Cool. Oh, that's right. Got the fights. Is it more efficient to just bop them like that, or nah? That's probably where I'm gonna get slowed down the most. Yes, I see it. I see it. Thank you. Ooh, nice. Wait. Wait, I can just move past these guys, right? No! No! The run! I didn't realize you could... Ah! I didn't know you could fall through the pedals. Come on! I was doing okay too. I think I'm at a minute 20 there. Yeah, let's restart and try this again. Yeah, speedruns of this game are gonna be insane, dude. No! Oh, what a blunder. Oh, dude, okay. Gotta restart it again. I was doing alright at the start there. I think that is the most efficient way to travel. Okay, nice. That was quicker this time. Alright, I'm full focus mode this time. Oh, nice. Okay. Alright, let's not end up on the pedals this time. Go, go, go! Alright, did I get it? Did I get it? Come on! Let's go! With barely a margin. Oh, that feels good. Guys. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. Yeah. That's slick. Do I go through and get the sweets as well though? So we got one of them. Wonder just how fast you can like optimize the level though. That would be what I would want to know. Oh, and we never talked to this goober. What's up?
I wish I had them abilities that some Fork Towners seem to have.
What abilities?
The one about placing them flags so you can teleport between them seems real useful to them.
Yeah, they're pretty useful. Don't need them if you're speed running though, huh? Okay, so we did find one. Forget even where that one was. Wasn't it back here? Yeah. Do I need to collect them all in one go? Nah, okay, once they're collected, they are collected for good. And this just leads back to here. Nice, okay. Alright, well we can take our time looking for these little cake blocks. Where else could it be? Imagine probably somewhere along those slides, right? Ah, you goobers again. Get out of here. Go. Be gone with you.
Let's keep this going.
Okay, yeah. That's over there. But where's the cake, though? Can you make it up onto that platform? Oh, you can get there through that way, but I'm curious to see if you can. Hold up.
Let me put this right here.
Plop this here. Give this a shot. Oh nope. Yeah, definitely not doable. Never mind. Alas. Because unless, can you get up on top of this? You can? Oh, no, what? Alright, well, we're here forever. Guys, you see the shadow there? That's what I think of you. Dude, I'm actually going upwards. What is happening here? Oh, I've stopped now. Alright, into the abyss. Okay, so we found out that we can go on top of this. Okay, Can you get a triple jump on this thing though? Oh gosh, if I can get back up on it. Wait. No, hang on. Ah, I missed it. 1, 2. Timing on the triple. Oh, I somehow got it. No. No, I keep barely missing it. Okay, hang on. 2. Oh. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2. Or can you just do it from a regular triple? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. No. No! It's too easy to do a double jump instead. Ah! I nearly had it. Goodbye. Hang on. Let me over to this side. I haven't died on this side yet. It seems doable though. Yeah! Yahoo! Ah, that was awesome. I did it. Bingo bongo. Alright, now we go down the slide. Yahoo! Alright, so there's one on that slide. I'm thinking the last one will just be on that other slide as well. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Barely made it. Wait a second. He won't do it twice in a row, though, would he? Oh! 1, 2, 3. Ah! Ah! 1, 2. Oh man. No! Okay, I gotta get that timing right. 1, 2. Nope. 1, 2. No. 1. No. 1, 2. Ah! 1. Oh, I did a side flip. Yo. Okay, 1, 2. Almost there. 1, 2. 1, 2. No. Alright, I went over to the ledge, but hey, still it did work. And then back here. Alright, then there's one other slide, isn't there? What's up, little pigs with hats? Isn't there one other slide? I'm missing it. Where is the last bit of cake? Maybe it's in this section? Oh wait, I think I see where it is. Is there cake down here? There is! Nom nom nom. Alright, now for a TV break. Whoa! Look at that little guy. How do I go into camera mode again? Oh yeah. And selfie mode. Whoa!
Whatever.
Yo.
Whatever.
Oh, wait, how do I change the
What's up?
Whatever.
Oh no! Where is he? Where'd he go? Wait, no, really, where did he go? He vanished! But how? Alright, anyways, let's talk to this person. A pocket desertian? Dang, how'd you make it up here? Oh, well, you know. I was an epic. Ah! I nearly died. Dude, I do enjoy how there is the chance that you can just hurl yourself into the abyss at any given moment. Because it, you know, it lends itself well to keeping the game interesting, you know, keeping things fresh. You know, builds like a tiny bit of anxiety, but it's that type of anxiety that, you know, leads you to strive to do your best. Oh, yo, Pharaoh. Sorry, I missed your message. This is Demon Turf. Demon Turf. Oh, yeah, you might want to change the title of the stream. I know it's a little late, but still. Yeah, planning on finishing up most of my streams here with a little bit of gaming. And right now, this game right here is kind of my fling.
Now we can access the other zones and steal more of their batteries.
What if she was just bees? Oh, man, such a jam. Can't wait for you to kick Fredo's butt, Beebs. Yeah, dog, I'm on it. What is he doing on there? Oh, it's a wild effect. Hey, nice. Alright, this one's Tight Ravine. Entering these reminds me of going into levels in Crash Bandicoot, frankly. Alright, we're gonna do a little casual through here, and then we'll try the speed run. It's another one of these little fellas. Don't throw yourself off the. Don't do it. Don't do it, buddy. Every time I see these fellas, they end up just hucking themselves off the cliff. I wish I could take you with me. Come here. Come here. See how long we can keep them with us. You go first. Scout out the area for me. No, 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 no. No, you get back here. That's it. Scout out the area. Go. Go. Go, no! Alright, fine. Fine, you coward. Yo, I knew I could get up here. Oh, but it seems like there's just miners down here. What's going on, dudes?
You better not think about mining this ore over here, missy.
Don't need to, piggo. I'll own your stash soon enough. Well, snap.
Them weather always be nasty up here.
So why stick around?
Plenty of them tasty gems around to mine for.
You eat the gems? Delicious. Aha, you can go out on here. They do be mining. Oh no! There we go. What is that thing? Ah! Ah! I regret asking. Oh, nice. Hey, that's where the cake was. Good stuff. Nice. I was hoping for delicious cake. Whoa. Okay. You know what? I'ma not even bother with that. just scoot on over it. Whoa! Excuse me? Well, nuts. Nuts, bro. Can I get up there from here? There's no way to get up there, is there? Wait, what about a little cheeky side flip? Hang on, hang on. Ah, that's so close. That is so tantalizingly close. Hang on. Alright, alright. Side flip. Wait. Side flip. Ah! Alright, I think I'll give up on that one. Okay, so if you touch this thing, then you die. Good to know for future measure. Yeah, this is the pretty much the best 3D platformer that has come out, I think, in recent times. But let's see. We're nearing my time. Remy, how you feeling? You good to go? I didn't miss anything, did I? Alright, nice. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, wait a second. Can you get on top? Ah! You slide off the branches? What if even if I land on them as a bat? Come on. Come on. Alright, what is this? Oh. Well, thank you.
This looks like a good spot.
Yeah, I'd agree. I would agree. Tell me a hard challenge is coming up or something? Well, let me at it. Alright, well, I suppose this is probably the spot to go ahead and save and quit out. I forget. I think it auto saves, right? Even if it doesn't for some reason. No, I know from last time it does at least do a little autosave. So, we'll go ahead and quit out of this one. Let me swoop us over to here. And then close. Maybe, yeah. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and load up that outro theme, huh? Guys, thank you for finally checking out Do Not Touch with me. That story ended up being even better than I expected so far, and I hope you'll join me for the latter half next time, come Thursday. I'll be on at 12 then, not 2, so keep that in mind. And be sure to stick around for the rest of the 3 Attic Peeps that are on today. We've got a community sort of stream coming up with Remy. He's going to be playing in the Don't Starve Together world in which you could join. Well,
that's all from me. Remember to take the merriment that we found here together today. Let it set you at ease as you go forward with your goings-ons. And let it carry you into tomorrow. I love you all very much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the 3 Attic Network stream. Till next time, I've been Merry Mitch. Farewell.